Vladimir Putin is trying to recruit people from Scotland to become Russian citizens in a propaganda campaign aimed at destabilising the UK. The dictator is using his diplomatic branch office in Edinburgh to pump out material offering fast-track residency permits. Scots are told they simply need to fill out an application and state they want to relocate because of Britain's destructive ideological attitudes. Sources warn the scheme is designed to frame Scotland as disillusioned and lure people under the guise of humanitarian support. But the Scottish Government is understood to be seriously concerned that the operation is being used to recruit gullible Scots. Scottish Tory MSP Murdo Fraser warned, "This sinister scheme shows the lengths the Putin regime will go to in its effort to destabilise and undermine us. The Scottish and UK governments must work together to warn people of the dangers of being sucked in by Russian propaganda." Meanwhile, Scottish Labour MSP Neil Bibby said, "The scheme is blatant propaganda. I am sure the people of Scotland will see right through it." And Scottish Lib Dem leader Alex Cole-Hamilton added, "This is nothing short of manipulative and deceptive propaganda. Moving to Russia carries a huge risk of being press-ganged into Putin's illegal war. People should know better than to trust Putin's lies." The recruitment drive, part of Putin's Executive Order 702, is being promoted by the Russian consulate in Edinburgh. It offers temporary residence permits without the need for exams as long as applicants share traditional Russian spiritual and moral values. Potential defectors can travel to Russia under a 3-month visa and apply or go through to the consulate. They must provide a passport copy, a CV and attend an interview to discuss their plans. A criminal record check, fingerprints and a medical are also required. If spooks clear them, applicants can legally reside and work in Russia for up to 3 years. The scheme is being promoted via TV Novosti, a Russian government-linked media organisation, and the country's central migration agency. A source said Russia has been unusually active in promoting this. Because Scotland is home to many people who feel left behind by Westminster or Holyrood social policies, the consulate sees a target audience. It's a massive PR victory for Russia. Even if one Scot moves here, they can show their audience that even Scots prefer Russia. The Scottish Government is really concerned about the promotional activity coming out of that embassy, and there is very little they can do about it. Nats ministers have refused to meet with Consul General Denis Moskalenko due to Russia's illegal war against the Ukraine. But the country is on a charm offensive, giving medals to Scots war veterans, laying wreaths at graves and promoting cultural ties on social media. The Kremlin is also promoting the story of Scotsman Steve Pringle, who moved from the Highlands to Moscow with his wife and 4 children in 2024. The expat frequently appears in YouTube videos talking about relocating on a non-woke visa and embracing traditional values.
We don't have the freedom we're told that we have in the West. What we have is a perfect gaslight. We have governments weak governments. We don't even know who's in charge. You only have to look to America. Does anyone truly believe that Biden was in charge the last few years? You only have to watch any of his bumbling speeches to realise he's not even all there. Whoever's in charge, it's not him.
Other disillusioned Scots have also been granted Russian citizenship after joining the war in the Ukraine. Putin puppet Ross McElvenney, who's 26 and from Newton Mearns near Glasgow, joined the Russian army and lost an eye in the process. And turncoat Jay Fraser, who's 24 from Dunblane in Perthshire, also claimed he had been granted citizenship after fighting for an international volunteer brigade. He feared having to return to the UK to face up to 14 years in prison. A Scottish Government spokesman said, "We are not going to comment on this." The UK government has been approached for comment. A consulate spokesperson said, "The state policy of the Russian Federation is aimed at supporting traditional spiritual and moral values shared by the people of our country. Lots of people around the world identify themselves with the same outlook, and more of them view Russia as the guardian and defender of these traditional values. To date, thousands of people around the world, some of them from the UK, have already taken advantage of this opportunity."